Hello and welcome to another video from Millennium 3 Educational Solutions. This is the third video in the Working with Microsoft Access series. Note, we assume you have already created a database and have one or more tables created. If you need information on creating an Access database or creating tables, please watch videos 1 through 3 of this series. Open your Access database. We are building on our Working with Access from Lecture 3, where we normalized our orders table. When we normalized our order table, we removed redundant data, suppliers and items, and inserted these records to suppliers and items tables. Now, looking at the orders table, we only see item number and supplier ID, and unless we have incredible memories, we do not know what the values are. Example, looking at supplier ID of 2, we would need to go to the suppliers table. Looking at suppliers table, we see that supplier ID of 2 is Spacetime Technologies. We have an easier way of tying this data. We can create a query. To create a query, from the Create menu item, select Query Design. Select the 3 tables, Orders, Items, and Suppliers and select Add. Close your Show Table Modal form. Here is where the fun begins. Let's organize our tables so we can review the fields. Let the linking begin. Click the Supplier ID field in the Orders table. Holding the mouse button down, slide over to the Suppliers table to the Supplier ID, release your mouse button. You have created a link. Do the same for Item. Click the Item Number field in Orders table and, holding the mouse button down, slide over to the Items table and hover over the Item Number field and release the mouse button. Double-click all the fields in the Orders table to move the fields into the field display. Now, double-click the Item Description field from the Items table and the Supplier Name fields from the Suppliers table. You can move the fields around so they are displayed in the order you find most beneficial. In this case, we will move the Supplier Name after the ID field, and the Item Description after the Order Number field. To do this, click the header above the field. Then click the field and drag to the location you want the field. Now, let us see how the data looks. Select the View icon from the Design ribbon. Notice how we are pulling the supplier names into where the supplier IDs from both tables match? This is the essence of relational database. We related the orders table to the suppliers table and the orders table to the items table. Now, per our previous video, we mentioned that if we wanted to change Spacetime Technologies name to Spacetime LLC, we would have to change all the records in the orders table. However, now that we normalize the data, we simply need to change the name in the suppliers table. Open the supplier table, change the name to Spacetime LLC and save the table. Now, if you do not see the changes, select Refresh All from the Refresh All icon located in the Home menu. Notice how all the records related to Spacetime now reflect Spacetime LLC? Once change affects all records. Now, looking at our query again. What happens if an order, for some reason, does not have an item or a supplier? The way this query is set up, we would not pull any orders that were missing an item or supplier. To correct this, we want to change the join properties. To do this, go into the Design view. Double-click the link between orders and suppliers. The join properties are displayed. The first option indicates that only records where there is a match between both tables will display. The second option can be reworded to read, pull back all record from orders table, regardless of whether or not there is a record in the suppliers table. And the third option is to pull all records where the joined fields are equal. We want to select option 2. So, if there is no supplier, or the supplier ID cannot be found in the suppliers table, we will still pull back records from the order table. Save your query. In this example, we will save as QRY_orders. We cannot use this query for our reporting without having to recreate this information. We have another video that will demonstrate creating reporting using queries for robust reporting. Please watch our other videos in the series for more information on working with Access. Thank you for watching.